Welcome to Girl Call Me with Tanya,
And Jessica,
the podcast where Black women's voices shine.
come for the empowerment and storytelling and stay for the sisterhood.
Girl Call Me with Tanya and Jessica's new episodes every Wednesday, everywhere you get podcasts.
Head over to girlcallme.com to find out all the ways we can continue the conversation together.
Hey, so
Happy summer.
Girl, you know what? I went back to work this week. I need to continue my vacation, but I just wanted to welcome everyone. It is the summertime. I hope people are enjoying it. I hope people are not getting absorbed with the shenanigans that is what's happening in the world, but are taking time to enjoy the sun and whatever makes you happy during the summer. We took a little break, took a moment actually. It wasn't really a break because you probably saw us still on social. And if you're not following us on podcast Girl Call Me, please join us and please follow us.
Follow us on Instagram, on
YouTube.
TikTok, on YouTube, and anything else that the kids are doing.
Any girl,
Snapchat.
right. What's this new thing on connected to Instagram? What is that thing called?
Oh, Threads. Yeah, follow us on Threads.
Yeah, I don't
Just kidding. I don't think we have that.
Don't follow us on Threads because we have not set it up.
Follow us on X because that's for racists.
We don't
and white supremacists.
We don't do X. We don't do X.
Yeah. I only do X if I'm like, because I live downtown. So I'm like, hey, I hear a lot of helicopters and perhaps there was like a murder outside my door. Maybe I'll look on X to see if that happened,
that makes sense.
anything
That
happened.
makes sense.
Or an earthquake.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Anyway, well, welcome anyone who's listening and thank you for listening. But Jessica, what have you been doing?
Look, I am my most patriotic self right now. I'm so into you know what?
Do it for you.
Universe has been looking out for me because it's been listening to me running my mouth about how stressed I am about November. So it was like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna give you faith in your country. We're gonna have a bunch of Black athletes doing amazing things. You're gonna have a summer full of Black magic, and it's gonna rejuvenate the little patriotism that I have.
Red, white, and blue. You brought your red, white, and blue back.
No, I have not done that. I have not gotten my nails done red, white, and blue. I have not been wearing red, white, and blue, but I have been supporting.
Yeah.
And I've been really supporting all athletes. Look, I think that if you're the Olympian, you're different. You are different. Like the amount of training, the amount of like resilience. These are like some people, grown people, staying in college dorms in like 90-degree heat
on cardboard
for 3 weeks. Like that's an Olympic sport enough for me. So I have been all in, and it's been such a joy to watch the Olympics this year.
You know what I've been really excited about, in addition to all that you listed, the excitement, the camaraderie, the support for each other. I'm feeling the love. I'm really excited about Snoop because
girl, I am not. I think I'm the
Snoop
only person.
And Flavor Flav. Come on,
those are two different. Now look, Snoop is being paid. Flavor Flav is paying Olympians. So even though in the grand scheme of things, I probably would ride more with Snoop generally. Flavor Flav coming out of pocket.
Flavor of love.
Exactly. But Flavor Flav coming out of pocket to support an entire women's water polo team is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And I love seeing our brothers out there supporting. Listen, yes, maybe Snoop is getting paid, but what I see it, and I think I heard a commentator, when you think about Snoop, he is all about LA, right? He is LA all the way. Listen, his work that he's doing is taking us straight to LA when we are going to be hosting in 2028, and it's been great for him. It's been exciting to see him. He's been in every sport. He's living, regardless if he's being paid, he's living his best life.
You're not wrong. Now, what I can't wait to do though is hear Leslie Jones, because Leslie, I heard an interview with her before the Olympics where people were like, "Oh, are you going to go back to the Olympics?" And she was like, "The price ain't right."
Oh,
And Snoop's price sounds pretty right. So I'm
right.
wondering if perhaps she didn't get the deal she thought she was going to because they were already paying Snoop so much. I'm waiting for her to say something.
Well, what I wanna know is, why couldn't Leslie get 500 a day?
And maybe they offered it to her and she
500,
didn't
and I'm
think that
talking
was enough.
five hundred
Yeah,
thousand a
I
day.
mean, I highly doubt that's what they offered her, but they
No.
were probably like, for a woman, they were probably, okay, we'll give you
Right.
the official merch. You'll get a sweatshirt. We'll get you all you can eat croissants in the village. And we'd love for you to be there.
Did you say all you can eat croissants in the village?
And they were like, Snoop
Now we're paying sisters in croissants?
in croissants. Probably.
Mhm.
I can't wait to hear her tell her story because I know they were not offering her
No.
$500,000 a day because if they were, she'd be in Paris speaking French. Okay. I need that Snoop Dogg black job.
I mean, is it
Who'd he
really $500,000 a
I'm
day?
sure it is. I mean, but that's if they're like if you think about it, what the Olympics is 14 days. I don't think he's getting paid $7 million. That seems wild, but
That seems
it's
wild.
even more than that. Yeah, I'm sure he's not getting seven. Oh, but you know what? Maybe he's getting to seven. I would bet that like I could see his contract being like $7 to $10 million if it included accommodations and flight,
Yeah, the writer. Let's
travel.
think about all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
the
So maybe it's a
wardrobe.
10 million. Yeah, it's probably
Right,
a $10 million writer.
right. He needed to
It's
be on the
probably
horse. He needed
three
to
million
have
dollars cash.
right, right. And you know what?
Girl,
Why
go
not?
for it. Take that black job.
You guys are gonna see that Snoop Dogg's gonna come back to the United States and he's about to have a talk show. This is about to spring his talk. He's about to have a talk show.
Well, you saw they put Colin Jost out to do surfing. The guy from Saturday Night Live. They probably paid him
Oh, I
more for
think I
2
saw him.
days than they paid Snoop for 3
Right,
weeks. You
right.
know you know how these studios work.
We know. So we're gonna,
So, yeah, take that
all
money,
the
Snoop,
all the
and keep
haters.
that and that needs to stay a black job. So, it was Leslie and it was Snoop and Kevin Hart. We need to keep that as a black job when it comes to LA. And they talk about how hip hop culture is the culture. You have the Olympics and you have Flavor Flav and Snoop Dogg, basically the face of the Olympics. I mean, that look at hip hop.
So you've talked about how much you've loved all of it. But tell
Mhm.
us what is your favorite moment? What was that favorite
This
moment?
is not gonna be a surprise to anybody.
What?
I mean,
The black girl
gymnastics is my
magic? Yeah.
gymnastics stays my favorite, but, I woke up early that day to watch it live, and I was watching it on my iPad in my bed, and I was full bawling. That was amazing, and then to watch the medal ceremony. I ride for Simone Biles and Jordan Chiles.
I think we all do,
I'm
right?
I'm
Come
Jordan's
on.
biggest fan. Look, she's back she's announced she's going back to UCLA, by the way.
Stalker,
So
stalker.
she's gonna be uh-huh.
Stalker
So she's
alert.
gonna be there. She has 2 more years of eligibility.
Right.
So I will be there watching her routines. But yeah, that was amazing. Rebecca Andrade from Brazil is unbelievable. I mean, she's and the eye makeup. Talk about it. Her
Oh,
and
and I
Jordan
just
Childs. Oh, I
yeah.
love that little eye makeup look they have.
And I love that, like I said, it go back to the camaraderie and the support for sisterhood, right?
Yep. Yep.
Supporting each other, support Black women,
Yep.
supporting, and regardless of where you come from, they're all there together and they all train. And it's been beautiful to see. And I think it's been a nice, as you talked about, it's been a nice break from the
Mhm.
negativity and the craziness to really see these Olympians on display doing their best and being their
Oh
best.
yeah. Yep.
There has been a little bit of drama. I mean, do we want to talk about the Algerian boxer?
Let's talk about a little more winning and a little more celebration before we go to that.
Because according to
So,
you, I go negative quick. I go never
yes,
get negative.
I'd like to also give a shout out to Lauren Scruggs. So she was the first woman to win a medal in, I think, silver medal in fencing.
Oh, I
First
think I
Black
saw
woman.
that. I
We
think
obviously have uh, the by we have lots of Black women on basketball team. We have also a couple women on the rugby team, black women on the rugby team. We saw the rugby team get bronze, which was very
Yeah.
exciting.
What about the
We
men? What about the men? We gotta give some, like, shout outs
I'm
to
still going on women.
Noah.
I'm still
Okay.
giving on
We can't
women.
go to men yet? Okay.
Simone Manuel, also swimmer, silver medalist. She's the reason why I have this really cute swim cap because she talks about natural girlies and a good swim cap. So
I think I
shout
have
out
it.
to her.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, and we should probably talk again about Jordan, Simone Biles, and Hesley. Don't forget Hesley Rivera.
Mhm.
She's gymnastics as well, team gold medalist.
Right.
So okay, now you're trying to move on to men. Go ahead.
I
Oh, we
mean,
didn't
I
talk
think
about
we
track. Gabby Thomas, 200 gold medal. Shakari went ahead and got herself a
Oh,
silver.
yes, yes. Let's come through, sister. And I love the way
Uh,
she looks. She's like, she'd be passing them. She'd be running. And
great.
she did the look. It's just a slight like, girl, bye. I loved that. I loved it.
So Noah Lyles, the super spreader.
I don't know if we're calling him. Maybe that's not LeBron is probably
the
calling him.
Wait, tell me the LeBron thing. What is the LeBron? Is there drama with them?
Well, there was like a little bit of jokes because he had some comments about the men's basketball team.
Noah did.
Yes, he said they are because supposedly they call themselves the best in the world, and
Hmm.
according to him, he's like they ain't. He had a press conference. He said a few shady things because he's a little drama, and I mean, LeBron hasn't said anything, but I just imagine that if you're gonna talk like that and you're gonna be passed out and wheeled out in a in a wheelchair, I'm gonna need you to
Look,
stop.
n-
Don't that was
no
not
shade, no shade to Noah, but the team I'm not gonna go for is the men's basketball team.
that's what he
Like,
came for. He came for the
come on,
men, yeah, he
these
came
are
for them
global superstars.
because he says track is more really a worldwide sport.
Mm, okay.
And
Um,
he's worldwide. He,
I'd like
he's
I'd like to see which metrics he's using for that, but yeah, he's you know,
He won
God
bronze.
bless.
Listen, he won bronze with the Rona. I mean, you
He
gotta give
ran
it to him.
blondes and then went and hugged another athlete before he decided to
Oh,
put his mask on. So the French are after him. People are after him for that.
he
Like, you
had
knew
it
you had COVID, fine,
for
but
3 days.
I, going and running around and hugging people after the race, you probably want to put that N95 on first.
He knew for 3 days that he had the Rona, and
And
so
he
yes,
said, he said, I battled through allergies, depression, anxiety. I said allergies. I
asthma.
probably wouldn't.
Did you
I
say
probably
allergy?
He said allergies. I said, okay, I probably wouldn't rank the fact that you need a Claritin a day up there with
You know what?
depression, anxiety, and
What I love is that he's just a little bit drama.
a little bit drama.
Just a little bit drama. But at least I'm not going to say it, but at least he didn't lose a medal because of his junk.
Look,
When
I that could
you're
be it
Paul,
could be good in this could be good in the streets for him. This could be
the
something that
women,
really
the
helps.
ladies are going to start calling, going, I know you didn't win an award, but call
So
me.
make sure you give people context, honey, because maybe not everyone's a perv like you who's been
I'm
watching the
not
clip
a
over
pro-
and over.
I was not watching the clip. That was my wife, actually, the pole vaulter. But he was, he went over, but somehow things got in the way. And
Look,
he didn't quite, it cut him off. And I'm good. I will say, Leslie Jones, if you want to hear the commentary on this incident, go look up Leslie Jones' commentary. It was so much comedy. And I feel bad for
look.
him because listen,
Wait, did he win a medal or no? He lost the gold for that.
I think he lost the gold because he didn't go over
He's too well
because
endowed.
or he
It's gonna
wasn't.
help him somewhere. Honestly, I look, he needed to wear Skims, the official underwear of the Team USA.
It is
Tighten
not.
it. I don't know. They are for they're the official underwear for the WNBA and the NBA. So I thought they were the Olympics too. But either way, he needs some compression, tighter,
He needs some
tighter.
compression. He
Hold it
needs to
in.
call listen, he needs to call, some of our friends and girls
But
who be
yes,
doing
exactly,
this
like a sports bra.
every
Oh,
single
you
day.
mean for that? Yes.
Listen, some
There's a
of our
lot of people who
girls
do that.
who has to tuck, they may have to they be like, "Listen, I could let me
This
send you
is
some product. Let me send
this
you
is out
some."
of pocket.
If you
This
are
is
with
out of
children right
pocket.
now, please bring them out of the
It's
room
a
because
little
we're
late.
talking about
It's a
drugs.
little late for that. We did
Call
not
our
see the trigger
girls,
warning.
call some of our friends, and they'll show them how to tuck.
Look, bless him. That's what I say. He's gonna win. He'll get home and he'll be a winner.
Did you say he gets blessings regardless?
There's like a thing about people watching that happen with the different Olympic outfits, particularly in track.
I will say there has been some listen, there has been some things that I have seen that I'm not sure we all needed to see. Like, I think you going back to compression would be a really good idea because they're not supported. Let's just say that.
Look,
There's
let's
not
support our athletes. Let's support our
support because
athletes.
the women are supported in different ways, right? So why are the men going on nilly
Okay, let's look. We need Spanx for men, or
Thanks for men.
you know, something.
But yes,
Tommy
but yeah.
John.
So yeah, I mean, all in all, it's been really great to see what's happening, and our heroes are going to be coming home soon.
Second gentleman showed up this week to watch some competition.
He did. I didn't
Hmm.
know, Mister
Yeah,
Emoff.
I saw him. He was wearing the Team USA hat. He was at the basketball game.
Second gentleman. We're gonna have to really figure this the whole. I know you, second man. I call him the second
He
man.
well, no, he's about to be the first man, girl. You better not
Listen,
don't get too used to it. He's gonna be about first man
he's
soon
gonna be
enough.
deciding the Christmas trees and all of the holiday decorations
He's
for the White House.
Jewish. He's
I
not bringing
know.
Christmas trees. He may be focused on, other things.
Did you say you don't know what the it's called the
No, I said the other things. He may be doing the menorah. He may be bringing some Passover
well,
traditions.
they always have a menorah at the White House, but the tradition is, don't let them conservatives think that you ain't gonna bring Christmas
Right.
trees to the White House.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't take Christmas. You can't take Christmas, especially
No.
in my life, because it's my favorite
Okay,
season.
okay, no one's talking about taking Christmas. I was just saying Doug is bringing inclusion to the White House,
Yes.
hopefully.
What I'm looking forward to is a debate on September 10th. And I want the shenanigans. I will have popcorn. I will have snacks
I don't know if
because
I could watch that.
she will she'll let him know. She gonna let him know. She gonna bring that AKA.
Oh,
That
what do you mean by
AKA
that, Tanya?
that AKA energy. That
What do you
AKA.
mean by that? Please don't say, what do you say about the AKAs?
I think the AKA energy is almost similar to the Leo energy. We come. It's also and it's similar to the sister energy. When she looked at you, she'll be like, "Listen, I am speaking. I am speaking."
What was the woman whose name? What's the woman? What was her name? She's in Biden's cabinet. When she walked into the press conference and she said good morning. She opened up her binder and no one said anything.
Oh
And
man,
she stopped and she looked up. She said,
home
"I'm
training.
sorry. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you."
Right. Who was she? She was secretary. I cannot remember who she was, but I remember that moment that stands out because she was like, clearly none of y'all had home training.
No.
None of y'all. I just walk, you need to acknowledge. And they're like, oh, yeah. So,
We've been talking Olympics. We've been talking other
yeah,
stuff going on. But you did mention at the beginning we took a little break.
it's a little
And
break.
we did take we'll call it a respite. Is that the right word? And actually we did what's funny is we didn't even plan this together.
It was
We both
crazy.
happened to be going to Martha's Vineyard at the same time.
Same
And so we
week.
were able to get some real quality QT time together. We'll share
Hmm.
pictures. We did some yoga on the beach. We did a polar bear a plunge with the polar bears, which
Whoa,
was
whoa, whoa, whoa,
amazing.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's all to my polar bears in Martha's Vineyard. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's the call to the polar bears. We'll share some pictures of that because that was fun. But I think it would just be hilarious if this was the first time. I think this was the first time you and I flew together. Is that right?
Yes, yes,
Okay, so
absolutely.
we've talked about like our flight preferences and that type of thing, but this was the first time that we really were in action. And when I tell you, I was laughing the entire time when I and laughing even more when I've gone back through and looked at the pictures of us and just thought about how auntie we were and how bougie we were.
Because what we weren't in first class. This was just fact.
Well,
This
girl, we
flight
were in
we
steerage.
this plane didn't have first class. And we listen,
The
we're
plane
stuck.
barely had medium class. I don't
It
even know
didn't
what class we were in.
we were it was and we won't do we say with the
We won't say
air
the airline.
we
Well,
won't say the
no,
airline.
we won't say the airline, but know that we weren't on the worst of the airlines
We
because we would
weren't.
never do that.
We weren't
We're not
break
flying on a yellow airline, if you know what I mean.
we weren't breaking our spirit. Or
And we were
or
flying outside of the Southwest. So,
right.
we weren't on those.
And we weren't headed to a new frontier. We weren't. We swear.
Oh,
But
we were flying in them blue skies and it was rough. It
it was
was
rough.
rough.
So we decided to, we were like, oh, we're both gonna be the same time. We're like, so let's do a red eye, right? Let's do a red
First
eye
of all,
and never do
this
a
is
red
how
eye.
you know this is how you know we have anxiety because like the decision making process, if you just slow down and think about it, is crazy. But we're all caught up in it. Yeah, let's do red eye. You doing this? Okay, great, great. We'll book. Red eye out of
Done.
Ontario. Worst
Ontario.
idea ever. Worst
Ontario.
idea ever.
Right. So when you're flying out of Ontario, those
Yeah.
planes are maybe a bit older. Um, they may not have, plugins or the normal chairs that you assume. So flying out of Ontario, we were the only one with masks on
And the entire plane.
the entire, and
I
people
mean,
are coughing.
there were maybe like 3 or 4 people that we were like trying to like low key recruit to be our middle seat, but we did not have luck
Well, let's talk about the
with
middle
recruiting
seat,
anyone.
right? We decided to be in the same row. We did upgrade to whatever
Did
upgrade there
we?
was.
Oh
We
yeah, we
did
upgraded to even more space. Now
even
we're
more.
giving away. Yeah.
Right. And so that meant there was a seat in the middle. So all the way up to when we arrived at the airport. And then I thought, well, maybe we should buy that seat in the middle.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't just buy the seat for
It was stupid.
$150 divided by 2. We're wild for that.
It was stupid.
Yeah.
So we assumed we're going to get there and that middle seat was not going to be taken. Guess what?
Guess what? Seats taken, full flight. Because Tanya was up at the check-in desk as soon as we got there, asking for status updates. I'm sorry, is this flight full? Can you please tell me who's sitting in between us? Is this, and
What
they
is
were like,
happening?
girl,
Go sit
back
down.
up.
Right. And so we get there. I'm mad. I'm heated. Why am I heated? For no reason. Because I didn't think to buy my middle seat. So
Right.
we get there and we sit down and a lovely couple walks in.
No, wait a second. We sit down. Tanya is wearing an air purifier around her neck. She's also brought handheld purifiers for both of
Two.
us to put in our cup holders.
Right.
Tanya also proceeds to take lavender essential oils out and
Mm.
have us rub it on our temples to relax. These are rituals I do not normally do. So we already look wild. And we're both wrapping our hair. So now we have masks on
We
and
did
we're
wrap
wrapping
our
our hair and we're wrapping our hair for this red eye. And we got lavender on and we got the purifiers go. So this is like auntie energy times
on 10.
1000.
And we're headed to the vineyard. We're headed to the vineyard.
And most of these people were not. Most of these people were, I don't even know where they were going because we were going through New York.
Right.
So middle seat, we're getting to the very end of the loading, right? Most people are sitting and we're like, hey, maybe there'll be one seat It'll be the one between us. No such luck. The woman, walks up with her husband. Her husband sits in this aisle seat in front of us. And then she says to Tanya, and at this point I'm checked out. I already have my headphones on.
She's done. She's
I'm
out.
not even engaged. Says to Tanya, asks her, "Would you mind to move? If couldn't we switch seats?" I heard half of it and I was like, there's no way Tanya's gonna even entertain this. For some reason, Tanya gave her like a little bit of hope. Like you were
Oh,
like, "Oh, maybe let me see." And I'm looking around like, "This is crazy if you're gonna do this." And and then Tanya just looked back at her and was like, "No, actually, never mind. I'm not gonna. I won't be
I'm not.
switching seats."
I won't be. So sorry. So sorry. So sorry.
So the woman comes to sit in between us. And
Yes.
this point, I really check out.
He's
Ear
done.
noise canceling on, head on the side. I'm done.
But I'm
And
still
then
involved. I'm still
and then
engaged.
Tanya starts texting me. So go. You could take it from there.
So then I start texting because when she sat down, I got a whiff of what was not pleasant. So she leans over and says, "My husband gave me a gummy and it made me sick. And I've been throwing up and been sick the entire time in the
Because I get
airport
anxious flying.
because I get anxious." And I go, in my mind, I'm thinking, I think I texted Jessica, "I smell stuff. This is
Vomit.
right. I smell it."
So
And so then we notice, both of her and I noticed that there is a seat in the aisle on the other side that was empty. And she's like, "Well, that's why I wanted to switch seats and da da da," which I think she was kind of playing for like my seat for me to switch with her because she didn't want to disturb me and go to the bathroom. So I said, "Let's see if you can take this seat in the other aisle." And so the flight attendant comes by and she said, "Ma'am, can I move?" And I said, "Can you move? Because she's not feeling well." Mind you, I have shared my lavender oil with her because
Oh, that Tanya pulls back out the lavender oil and tells the woman in between us that maybe it will help her. And all I could think about is like, this is gonna make her throw up. Like,
my
this is gonna
my theory was that maybe the smell would be better. That was my theory. So, and in all, she ends up moving to the seat, and we end up at the end of the day. We had the full aisle, which is what we wanted. It was
this is what
exactly
we
what we
wanted.
wanted. And of course, I felt bad for the young little girl who was huffing and puffing and cussing because she was hoping to have the whole aisle to herself. But no, because that was my Leo energy coming through, I think.
Yeah, it sure was. Yeah, but look, I mean, it worked out for us. Yeah, we had our own row. So
And
that
then,
worked out.
and then it was okay. I mean, except for the very rude flight attendant who, and the fact that they didn't even give you your own water bottle. You were doing community water. It was like one bottle that they were filling these cups. I was like, this is it. This is
Oh.
so different. This is
And
so
we
different.
and we had a woman who was sitting on our same aisle, but the other window, who
Oh,
did not understand plane etiquette about when you're flying and you're supposed to be pretending it's a full night flight so you don't, get messed up by the time change. She needed to have her window shade open
right.
for extra
And
light into the plane.
and we and we didn't talk about the two people who were near death and dying and coughing the entire flight.
Oh, yeah. And, Tanya was, like, tripping out because they were, like, 2 rows in front of her or 1 row in front.
One row, and my air purifier was in that direction. I will say that my air purifier, and all in all, between the plantain chips that was a snack,
Mhm.
and it was what I would say I will never be flying this airline again. They sent me a survey.
Oh, I don't know. What is the what did you say on the survey?
Do better.
Do better. You
Just do
said,
better.
"I need you to do better."
Not again. We'll be focusing on Delta and maybe American. Although Delta, I
Well,
I flew Delta back and they were rough themselves, but
look, I heard that there's a lawsuit and they just cut, like, 5 flights from LA. I can't get a direct flight from LA to Chicago on Delta. They don't have any more direct flights, which is wild.
you need to move to American or something. But
American?
okay, everybody move on. Everybody calm down. I will say, so once we got to Martha's Vineyard, it was a great reminder about why I go. when we're talking about, I think one of your friends who came with who was traveling, you were traveling with, a little bit called, you called it Wakanda. I mean, it was a
We
little
did call it
Wakanda. We did
Wakanda.
call it Wakanda.
We did Wakanda.
And I loved it because you feel like it's like your shoulders are constantly tight when you're moving through
Mhm.
spaces. And this was a space in which people acknowledged you. I think we both acknowledged that someone said to, "Oh, is this your first time?" And we were like, "Why are you asking us that?" Like we're a little crazy. But then you realize that everyone is engaging everyone. And it is such a great place. I know a lot of people have perceptions about it, Martha's Vineyard, and it's very relaxing and very comfortable and very inclusive.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, it gives you a you really do get to exhale there, and I just yeah, I felt nothing but wonderful energy. I We joked about the polar bears. Not we didn't joke, but we talked about the polar bears, and that was a group of women who I can't remember the dates. I probably should. 70 years or something.
Yeah.
People have been going in the water at 7 a.m. and doing swims and workouts. And the second day I did it, there were 175 of
Yeah.
us in the water together, which was amazing. It was like I was telling someone was asking me what it was like. I was like, it was a little bit of water aerobics, a little bit of fellowship, a little bit of
Yeah.
Negro spirituals.
Spirituals. Definitely a lot of Negro spirituals. You
Yeah,
felt you
but
felt
it
the
was amazing.
ancestors. You definitely felt the ancestors.
Maybe a little too much, to be honest with you. And some of those water rituals, I was like, okay, let's
Let's not bring them. Let's not bring them
yeah,
down. That's
I don't need to do that right now in the water. But no, it was amazing. It's just an amazing place. But let's not forget Tanya. As amazing as beautiful and wonderful as it is, when Tanya checked into her hotel room, she had a pulled out a black light and proceeded to show me that she does a full scan of her hotel room with any hotel room with a black light when she arrives, which is insane.
See,
Insane.
you make me sound crazy when you
That
say,
no, I'm not. I don't make you sound crazy. I'm just repeating what happened. Did that not I have pictures of that
you know
happening.
what? It's important to see if they're little critters. Little
It's
critters.
not because what most hotels there's going to be, do you wanna know about it or would you just rather not?
I will
Because
say
like
that hotel, the first one I checked in. Now I didn't do the bathroom but I actually did. I did the bathroom, and I was like surprised how pretty kept up it was. I was like, okay, because then you know what surfaces you really need to clean. And you always have to clean the remote, the the light switches, the toilet seats, the toilet.
I don't wanna stop going. Stop,
You
stop, stop,
don't
stop.
who?
I have to
Okay,
stay in a hotel in 3 days, so
you
I had
want
to
you want to borrow
stay
my light? Do you
in
need me to
another
send you
hotel
one?
for a week straight. I'm cool. No, I hear I'm not making you seem crazy, Tanya.
The
You are
audience is
crazy.
listening to me and going, this
You are
chick is this
crazy.
girl is crazy. Listen, it's
I
the
also
same.
treated Tanya to a sound bath,
Oh yes,
which was a wonderful experience,
it was.
enlightening,
Yes.
opened up, a very I would say perhaps,
Serial killer feel.
I would say perhaps maybe I could have thought a little deeper about booking a private sound bath in a private home with someone I don't know in the rain in an area with no cell phone service.
In
I
the
could
woods.
see how perhaps that
In
could
the woods.
make someone anxious,
In the woods. Yeah.
but I was really glad I went with Tanya because then I knew I didn't need to be anxious because I knew she was going to take care of both of us.
I did. I had one eye, it was very funny. He offered us a mask for us to kind of center ourselves. Jessica took that mask quick and threw it on. I didn't. What I did was kept the mask on one eye on him because he looked like a serial killer. I mean, listen, it was different. We were in the woods. There was no cell service. It was dark. It did not quite feel just safe and normal. It felt like a
Yeah.
Lifetime movie. Felt like a Lifetime
Yeah.
movie. I'd watched too
Yeah.
many.
But at the end of the day, it was a wonderful experience. We'll share photos of that as well because there were some good photos that we took.
We talk a lot about self-care, a lot about different things that we need to be doing. And I know the world, and I think there's a lot of craziness happening. And I hope everyone is taking those moments to kind of take care of themselves, whether it's going on a trip or doing the sound bath. I think, particularly as Black women, and it's been kind of crazy, I think it's important for us to do these things.
Yeah, I think if you listen to our show, you probably are not doubting that we spend a fair amount of time in self-care.
Okay,
Okay. I
maybe,
mean,
just
I
maybe.
don't think I think you know what, we could attribute it to the podcast. We could say, our podcast has really helped us, but I think we both just find our way, our wallets find a way to
Our
provide
wallets are
self-care for
stretched.
us.
Our wallets are stretched.
That
We got to,
piece is
and
we're
I
not
need it,
struggling
and
there.
I need to keep that black job so that I can.
Yeah, right?
We need
God.
to keep that black job. We have some great interviews coming up. I'm excited to learn more about the pelvic floor, and we have an expert coming. We're going to be talking a little bit about that. We're going to be talking about fibroids. We're going to be talking about well women stuff,
We talk about intimacy.
intimacy.
All right.
Does that pelvic
Uh,
floor help you get intimate and what
yes,
it needs
girl.
to? Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for bringing different
It's gonna be a
voices.
summer of love.
Summer, summer sizzle, sizzle. Please don't allow your children
Ooh,
to listen. Summer sizzle. Are we calling it? Is that what we're calling it? Sizzle
I
in
don't
summer.
know. We also have birthdays coming up. I mean, your birthday is coming up, Leo season,
This
quickly
is.
followed by Virgo season, which we all know is the more,
You know who
you
I
know,
found out as a Virgo?
important season.
I
Yes.
think our. I think our.
Beyonce,
No, I think
Prince
Kamala.
Harry.
I think Kamala Harris is a Virgo.
Oh, is she? I'm gonna need to look this up. Hold on.
Girl, you might have to look this up because I thought she was a Leo because I felt Leo
Yeah, of course
energy.
she did.
But then I looked and
Oh
I
no,
thought,
she's not. She's a Libra, right?
oh,
October
she's a
20th.
Libra. So yeah, we have birthdays. How do you celebrate your birthday? Because I like to celebrate. Clearly, I celebrate all month. How do you celebrate yours?
I'm not gonna share yet because I have some plans in development. I'll release them later.
Did you say release them later? I mean, what kind of plans are these? I mean, are we going on a trip? Is it a trip? Is it
I don't know.
jewelry?
I don't know
J
yet. I
Sill,
haven't.
is it jewelry?
We'll see. I honestly I used to I I care a lot about my birthday. I like my birthday, and then there's a part of me that feels like I'm putting people out. So then
Oh,
I
girl,
pull back
stop.
and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't do this. Girl, I feel like I'm getting over that as the years go by. And
I will
honestly, I
talk.
probably shouldn't say that because I did a 25th birthday 15 years ago where I made everyone dress in monochromatic. Everyone had to pick a color and you had to have at least 5 items that were a color. So I probably shouldn't say I feel bad about putting people out because
Girl, that's a
I
long
do the
time
most.
ago. I mean, a couple years ago, I made everyone fly to the Vineyard, and they had to come for 2 weeks. I
That's
mean,
not
that's
bad.
I
Had to
don't
come for
think
2 weeks. That's bad.
no,
But
but I will say I had a conversation with my best friend yesterday, and I was like, "Well, I've got a few charities that I'm supporting, and my birthday's coming up." And she's like, "Well, we have to support Kamala." And I said, "Listen, I need Kamala to go aside for a second. I need you to reallocate your funds for
right.
August 21st, August 21st, and then you can refocus on the campaign."
Are you almost on the cusp of a Virgo?
I'm the last day, but I don't acknowledge any
I was
part
just
of a.
gonna say, I this is very interesting because you go so hard in the paint for Leos, but you're basically a Virgo.
No, 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 no. I'm a Leo hardcore in the sense of I'm closing this month out. I'm the most important part is the end of the celebration.
Huh. That's interesting.
I don't have I don't
I
have
don't agree, but
I don't have Virgo. What is it? Virgo energy.
okay.
Are you disagreeing? You think I have Virgo
No.
energy? I don't think
Just look, your identity, how you identify is how you
so.
identify.
And when did you decide you were black?
If
When
you exactly.
did you
I
decide?
decided I
When did
decided
you
I was
decide you were
black
black?
the first time a kid in 1st grade asked me if I taste like chocolate. I think that was where I
I
decided
think
I
my
was black.
I think mine is when the first kid that grabbed my butt and was like, "What is this?" 'Cause I have a big butt all my life. It's
I've
like,
been black ever since.
what is this thing? What is this thing behind you?
Oh
Okay.
my gosh. I've been black ever since. Oh man.
Have you
Anyway,
seen? Yeah.
girl, let's close this up before we've lost it. A typical.
So,
So typical.
thank you. You know what? But what we are is one thing is grateful for our listeners,
And
and
another thing is we're Virgos. So we've just found out.
thank you for listening. Like,
Thank you for
share,
listening.
subscribe.
Bye. Hey, it's Jessica. Thanks for listening to Girl Call Me. If you have something to add or a story to share, come on over to Instagram or Facebook and join the conversation. Also, make sure you follow and subscribe Girl Call Me. You don't want to miss when we release new episodes. Thanks for listening.